Oh, hi. Hey, it's Santa's workshop this morning. I'm getting arrangements ready for all sorts of stuff for Christmas. And I thought it would be fun for us to make just a couple of Christmas arrangements. Because if you're a florist right now, you are up to your eyeballs in evergreen and red carnations and making beautiful things. But also, if you want to decorate the house for the holidays, it's a perfect time to do that. So I thought it would be fun for us to make a couple things. And so, yeah, I just finished this one up. It's pretty, right? I mean, it's mixtures of all different colors. I love how those reds and oranges mix together. So that's fun. Let's see. Where am I gonna put it? Okay, because it's Santa's workshop, right? But all right. So I had an idea for a basket, and I know people have baskets around the house, and that's a fun thing. So for the holidays, I think it would be fun to do a little handled basket like this. This is a great one. It has a liner down inside, comes with a liner, and I have midnight foam down inside there. So I soaked my midnight foam in Kreisel Professional 3, and then I dropped it down inside here. And notice it's below the line, below the edge of the container, okay? And so what we're going to do is, I thought it would be fun to do something with basically just red carnations. I've got a lot of red carnations because, I'm crazy about them. But, you could use peppermint. I posted online the other day a picture of some pink carnations. I have pink carnations in the bedroom. Bedroom's purple, and it has a pink floral mural in it. And I just thought that those pink ones, I have pink vases in there from Accent Decor, and filled it up with evergreen and pine cones. And I also used my hedge apples. I love that because my hedge apples looked great in there too. So, you can do any color you want. You don't have to do red just because I'm doing it, okay? But whatever you want to do is awesome. All right. So, and I think a little Christmas evergreen would be ideal. And so I was dreaming about this last night because I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh, what can I make? Because that's what I do. I think about what I can make in arrangements. So we're going to use a little bit of this Carolina Sapphire from our friends at Fern Trust. I love fragrant foliage. And since we have this basket, I thought, let's maybe extend it out a little bit, and we'll do Christmas evergreen on one side, and then we'll kind of do an explosion of carnations on the other end. I think that would be really fun. I'm editing season 3 of Life in Bloom right now. Chris has been editing. I'm just overseeing and doing the approvals, right? But Chris has been editing them, and one of them was about our visit to the LA Flower Mart and Milano and Company. And I made this arrangement there with their ranunculus. And we were visiting the flower fields. And after that, I couldn't resist making an arrangement using some of those cool ranunculus. And so with that arrangement, I made it long on one end and kind of extended the flowers out one side. And then I grouped all of the ranunculus in mass at the other end. And so maybe that's where I dream about what I see and stuff like that too. So maybe that's what it was, is that caused me to think about that and think, well, that would be cool with carnations and in a little basket. So see what I've got? I've got those foliages coming out that side. And then I'm going to have the carnations more gathered over here. And I may use some other flowers too, but I just thought, it was a great opportunity to do that. And I like leaving the handle up, right? I think that's fun. So now those guys are kind of coming out that side. And it's just, I think it's great for us to spread our wings a little bit when we're creating an arrangement. So, we can spread our wings and make it a little bit different and a little bit more fun. My thing wants to switch around and be that way. So what happens if I do this then? Huh. Works. All right. So there we go. So let's see. I got my carnations in here. Let's do those. And I just love red carnations. One of the things too is when I go to my flower seller, I go to the wholesale house and buy a bunch, 25. But if you go and you're buying them at the grocery store or wherever it might be, or from your florist, they may already start to be open. But if they're not, and they're a little bit tight, then you might want to make sure that you're using that Kreisel Professional 3, because that's the thing that makes these open up and be so, so beautiful. So I want to have a little bit of that red coming back this direction. And I just want it to be a little accent of it, because then we're going to do a big grouping back here. Now, see there, I've changed my mind because I felt like that guy was up too high, up too much. And that's okay. When you're making an arrangement, you can change your mind and do something different. Okay, so there we go. So that's kind of what we're going to do. But then we're going to have a big cluster of them over here. All right. So I like the term en masse, right? So that's fun. So how's your holidays? How's your holidays going? I hope they're going well. I hope that you're staying safe and you're being well and you're getting ready. It's going to be a different Christmas than we've had before. But I am certain we are all going to get through this. We're all going to come out on the other side of this thing. And I was thinking the other day, man, I'll bet that once everything's all done, there's going to be some parties, right? Right. So I can't wait. I can't wait to just see people again. And that's going to be great. But in the meantime, I'm glad we've had this time together. I sound like Carol Burnett, don't I? Right. Yep. So we've been able to do this. And I think it's great because it just allowed me to maybe stretch my wings a little bit and do these broadcasts with you on YouTube. And I think that that's fun. Look at my little handle. Now, I love having my handle up for this too, because that's good. Now, here, I want to show you something. I was just thinking, I want him to be a little taller, so I pulled him up. Don't do that in foam, okay? I got to take him completely out, and I got to put him in a different hole. Because if I go down into that foam, and then, so think about this. This is my hole, and it's in there, and it's stuck in water. And I pull it up a little bit. That space that's in there is not going to allow it to take up water. So you don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to pull it up. You gotta put it back in a different hole. All right. And so let's see. This guy should go up here by the handle. But I want this to be, you know, a mass of carnations down here. I really want it to be a mass. And my bucket's getting in the way of me being artistic and creative. So there we go. All right. And there. So typically when I do this, you know, I get up, I get my favorite, this is my favorite cup. My niece got me this cup. It has a J on it, but it has a J for jungle, right? So I have my coffee with my cream in it, my coffee with the cream poured gently thereon, as my grandpa would say. And then I had Christmas music on, but I got to turn that off because, you know, we're on YouTube and you know how that goes. There's, you know, stuff that you can't be putting that on here without, you know, people getting all upset about it, right? So we can't be playing the Christmas music, but I put the Christmas music on and just have a good time and making fun arrangements. That's all good. And so now I've got this great little basket. And so I need some other things down here. And I think what I'll use is I found this Hypericum the other day. Look at it. It's a beautiful burgundy color, right? And it looks like, it looks kind of like, I think, you know, I liken the berries on it to ornaments. And so I'm going to tuck a little bit of that Hypericum down in to this end of the arrangement. You know what? He needs to go over here. There we go. How about that? Now, you could add ornaments, you could add pine cones, you could do anything like that. I think it would be fun for us to add a little bit of ribbon. And since this is a, you know, it's very much a a country-ish look with the basket, and almost like you gathered them up. The stems could be coming out this side. I've done some of those on U-Bloom. You might want to check that out. We have some baskets where I call it a gathering basket, and the flowers come out this side, the stems come out this end, but the foam is in the middle to give it a water supply. So that's fun. But I think I have got back in my little workshop here. I do. I have this burlap ribbon. I'm crazy about this ribbon. It comes in a bunch of different colors, and I love it. So we're going to use a couple yards of it. And I'll show you one of my favorite things about it. So I'm just going to cut it off short, or straight, excuse me, straight. So I've got that. Now, if I just go up and pull on those little edges up there, look at how it makes a perfect end for it. It just looks great on the end. So it looks like it's got a finished end on it. Isn't that great? I love it. All right. So I'm going to grab one of my Hypericum stems that I just used, Hypericum stem. And I know that I'm going to want a little bit of this out here. And I'm just going to tuck it in there. And I'm going to tuck it in here. Now, you know what? I don't want to go over that handle because I think that will look silly. So I'm going to pull the rest of the length through there. Okay. Then, and I'm not going into the foam. I'm just actually placing it down in between the flowers because this burlap ribbon has great texture. And so then it's going to go in here. Oh, see, and look at how it just hung itself off the backside like that. Isn't that pretty? That's really nice. I think that's really, really, really good looking. Okay, so I feel like I have a hole right there. One more piece of beautiful burgundy Hypericum is destined for that spot. Ha! How about that? Okay, so my final step is always to spray with Kreisel Professional Glory so that everybody's going to last as long as they possibly can. I think it's a fun arrangement, right? Right? It's fun. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that's fun. I hope that's a great idea for you. I'm gonna whip up a couple other ones, but we'll do them as separate videos. Okay, how does that sound? So that you can pick and choose what you like. All right, so this one is about this little Christmas basket, and come back. We're gonna do a couple more. All right, keep having fun with flowers.